Hi everyone, and welcome to another video. I never thought I'd be doing my candy cab video like this, but this is an Astro City made by Sega. This is called a candy cab, and this has got a flat square 29-inch monitor. So from there to there is 29-inch, and you can also put it in a vertical way, and it's called TATE mode. That's in Yoko mode at the moment. As you can see, it's got nice 6 buttons. Your player 1, player 2, 6 buttons again, and that's where you put your coins. But yeah, I've been after a candy cab for over a year properly, and somebody was selling one on Facebook, and I'm really interested in it. Beautiful machine, isn't it? So what the guy did, he got a recapped monitor. He put an LED strip in the top, and it were a Shimizu button, Shimizu stick, and he cleaned it all out inside. And I were going to get a Mister, but there weren't so many games on the Mister, so he were going to put a PC in instead, so that would have been a lot cheaper. So what I did, this were in the 23rd of December 2021, I was selling some games. Realistically, how much could I sell this lot for? All in excellent condition, some with spine cards. Thanks everyone. I ended up selling Sonic Wings Special, Gunbird, Dodonpachi, The Game Paradise, Strikers 1945, Skullfang, Sengoku Blade, and Darius Gaiden I think it is, and one of them megabyte cards. And I also sold, well, I give him I think it was Pop and Twin B and another game, but I didn't sell King of Fighters or Dungeons and Dragons. But I sold all them ones for, I got £500 for them, and then when I actually got the money together to buy the cab, the guy said he would keep in the cab, so I missed out on that. But I did end up getting a graphics card with that money. So about 6 months later, the guy got in touch with me and he said, I'm selling the cab again. So, more games to sell. Do you think £650 is a good price for these 3? All complete and in near mint condition. Money going towards my Astro City. I'm very reluctant to sell these, but I'm just asking if this is a fair price. And that's Key Flying Squadron for Mega CD, Robo Alest for Mega CD, and Snatcher. Them discs were pristine. Snatcher disc, there were like one tiny hairline scratch on it. I could have got about £550 for that by itself. So there were a lot of interest, and I was very reluctant to sell them. But I did end up selling them for £650, and I wish I didn't, to be honest. I really wish I kept them. I really did. Took me years to get Snatcher. I mean, Key Flying Squadron's going for like £200 now. Robo Less £150 all day long. I kept telling myself, it's for a candy cab, it's for a candy cab, it's for a candy cab. Next post. I'll just read it. I've sold a lot of my top prized possession games to get an Astro City candy cab, but something always popped up to stop me from buying the one I wanted. Some of you may know I'm not getting my candy cab now, as I've got about 6 different people saying the one I was going to buy is only worth 1,500 tops, but the guy wants 2,650, so we couldn't agree on a price. And I even told the people that were inboxing me, he's ripping you off. If you're going to pay £2,650 for a candy cab, it's supposed to be in absolute pristine condition. No scratches, no screen burn. And I told him the monitor had been recapped. It had new speakers. I would have had a PC with MAME on it. It put an LED strip light in it. And they said it's just way too much. It's way too much. They couldn't understand where the extra £1,150 were going. They just kept saying 1,500 tops for a brilliant, you know, cosmetically, no screen burn. So we couldn't agree on a price. I were willing to pay that 2,650, but when I put that post up saying, you know, I've got these games for sale because I'm putting it towards a candy cab, everyone was jumping on it, saying like, have you got one lined up? You know, how much are you paying for it? But they soon shot me down. So I've been very tempted to ask for the games I sold at very low prices back, but I just couldn't do it. Because when I sold them, I knew they would be looked after and they would be going to someone who would really appreciate them. I knew they had passion for gaming, so I didn't want greed to take over their passion. So I sold them for the price I bought them for. They really did get a bargain. Yeah, I sold the games for what I paid for them, even though they shot up in price. I just wanted some quick money to get this cab, but it didn't happen. But as they say, good things come to those who wait. I mean, I am kind of happy in a way because I know they've not gone to a reseller and they're going to make money off it. But when it comes to gaming and passion, I'll get one day. I'll get one. But I thought, if I can't buy one, let's build one. So I went onto internet. I got some specs for the Astro City. Let's just zoom in a little bit here. So it's 750 centimeters wide, 905 centimeters deep, so that's just under a meter, and then it's just under 1.5 meters tall. So that were the kind of the specs I was looking at. And my mum had some decent wood in her yard, so I ended up cutting that up. So I've done a little sketch here. You know what I wanted, the height. I had a 37-inch monitor, well, Samsung TV, which I hardly used, except for 360. So I just did a little bit of brainstorming of what's what. And then we ended up cutting some wood. So what I did, got all them cut, mirrored it, you know, just cut exactly the same pieces out. So it'd be same on both sides. And it come together quite well, to be honest. I was surprised. So it was free wood. And that's the first picture of it put together. So as you can see, I'll zoom in here. I'll see if you can see them. He's not going to let you do it. Well, they're little L brackets that I had. And I just put them together like that because I didn't want to split the wood. So as you can see, I've got the Xbox 360 down there, which is modded. It's got all Xbox Live games on it, like all shoot 'em ups. And that's the Hori Rap arcade stick. So that's it, the basic shell. Yeah, Tigger, we're going through my arcade cab. Yeah, I started putting some paneling on. This was just MDF off back of picture frames that I got left over. So I was just mixing and matching it. It's playing Doronpachi. I think that could be Black Label. Yeah, that's just a TV stand with a cushion on it for my seat. And I've also propped up the Xbox so it's not on carpet. So here we go. I dismantled my table, what I didn't really use, so I used that as a top. A bit more paneling I've done there. And also, the PC, that's an old PC that I had. I put Noctua fans in it, a new CPU. I kept the old graphics card in it. It were a GTX 970, I think it were. I put a Kingston SSD for Windows and a 1TB hard drive with MAME on it and Launchbox. And that monitor, that's a 37-inch from top to bottom, but from there to there is exactly 29-inch, exactly the same size as the candy cab would have been, you know, the Astro City. So I was pretty chuffed about that. I can stretch it, but it just doesn't, it doesn't look right. So I'm really happy that they're all like that, 29-inch. So next one. Yeah, this is what it would look like if I stretched it out. This is Dodonpachi 2 Beast Storm. Been playing quite a lot of that. It's a good game. I put a bit more paneling on, as you can see. Just tacked it in. And I've also got a beast of a sound bar up there. Sounds brilliant. It sounds miles better than TV. I'm really happy about that. I think it was only about a tenner. No, I think it was £25 actually that, but it were second hand off eBay. But it had never been used. They said it had just been opened, and it's supposed to have been 50. I think it was supposed to be £50, and it sounds really good. So that's another arcade stick that I made. That's a while back, that. And I've got the PC under there running MAME launch box, and the Xbox 360. So move on to the next one. Yeah, and as you can see, I've done more paneling. So this will where our putting all my favourites on, you know, into one part of Launchbox, and I can just pick all the shoot 'em ups out. Because it's just a TATE mod. I'll put a strip of tape on there to black out the Samsung logo. Yeah, so these are all my favourites. I must have favourited about 200 shmups, and there's some on there that I've never even seen, and they look really good. There are a couple on that which didn't play, but I managed to get the ROMs and play them through MAME, not Launchbox. So I can still play them. And I've got same arcade stick there, PC down there, and there's my seat. And soundbar. And it's brilliant. To play it close up like that, it's pretty special. It's good. It's good. So I'm just showing, yeah, I put an LED strip at the back of the television, you know, to light it up a bit. It does look good. And it's playing a bit of the Game Paradise, that. And I think that's, is it Truxton 2? Could be. I mean, to be honest, HDMI is better, is a better picture than the CRT that I would have been getting, because I played on a proper candy cab in Arcade World, and it was a little bit blurry, you know, and I couldn't understand why, and I kept asking the person, could I sharpen it up, you know, using the monitor, and they said there's no sharpness on the monitor. So I was like, how can I sharpen it up? But MAME, you know, it's so sharp, and I've got scan lines, you know, and I've even got the belly of the CRT as a filter, and it does look better. To be honest, in my own opinion, HDMI does look better than the CRT that I was playing on. But I still would have liked to have it. Here, I've took out the arcade stick and I bought a sheet metal. It's 400mm, you know, long, and 500mm wide. And these are, I bought some Sumitsu buttons and a Sumitsu stick, and I was just marking out where I was going to put them, you know, the holes. And I'll tell you something, it were a killer drilling them out. I went through like 3 drill bits, honestly, from Amazon. And they were proper bits as well, but that were mild steel, 3mm thick. So I thought it wouldn't have been that hard to drill through, but it were hard. That's just another picture. So yeah, I've done some more paneling. I just tacked it on with some little nails. I need to do legs yet, but it is coming together. And there we go. I got my my vinyl, my adhesive. It were self-adhesive. So stuck all that on. Got some trim. Just trimmed it all. It's not the best, but it'll do for me. Oh, and I got a new seat as well. My little stool. Yeah, it's a little bit small, but I'll put something underneath it, you know, to bring it up. And that's a Sonic transfer that I got. I bought some stickers off eBay, and they sent me that one for free, which I thought were pretty smart. You know, really nice of them to do that. I didn't have nowhere to put it until I got that, and I thought, right, it's going on there. So yeah, that drill bit, that were a decent drill bit that. I ended up drilling through all them holes. I just piloted them at first, just to mark them, but that did end up snapping after a while. I used it quite a lot. So I managed to drill them out. They were 30mm. I drilled them out perfectly. But them two at 24, I bought 2 drill bits off Amazon, and they were absolutely rubbish. They were rubbish. And I spent 25 quid on them. But I eventually drilled them out. And that's the finished product. So I got a sticker printed out, a custom sticker off eBay. They're Toho girls, them. So we've got a Shimizu stick, Shimizu buttons. So that's a coin and start. Yeah, I ended up drilling them through, and it feels brilliant. You know, a nice heavy arcade stick. Doesn't move at all. It sounds and plays brilliantly. So I have a nice picture of that. And that's a little bit more of it, showing you. I've still got to put some more. I've got it ordered actually. I thought it would have come today, but it didn't. You know, some more vinyl to come. And I still need to do them legs and trim under there. And I think I'm playing a bit of, I think that's, is it Ibarra? Yeah, I've been playing that. I've been playing quite a few of them, to be honest. That's just another angle. You know, with green. I do like the green, but I can change it to different colours if I wanted to. I mean, it's just a generic RGB strip. You know, you get them for a £5, can't you? With remote. But yeah, I'm impressed with that. It's a nice little stick, that. It's perfect. It's perfect. Solid. Oh, and this is the my HDMI splitter. So what I do, I put the MAME, so my PC is going into the splitter, and then that HDMI lead goes out to my Elgato 60, and that one goes straight into the monitor. You know, the 37-inch monitor TV, and then I can record through my Elgato capture card, which is all that matters. And I think it's going to be brilliant to record them. I mean, I do like the Elgato, and I'm glad I'm actually going to be getting some more use out of it. I do need to do a bit of cable management. I've got some little zip ties, so I can sort that out. I've took the Xbox out because all the games that I want to play are on MAME. You know, most of them, like 99% of them. So I've dumped the Xbox, I've put that behind me, and I'm just going to use them all on PC. So I'll put the arcade stick straight into the actual board, you know, instead of putting it on front. I mean, I don't think it'd really matter, but on the front panel you've got wires then going into the board, but if you just plug it straight into the board, a bit less more lag, ain't there? So yeah, I'm pretty impressed with that. So yeah, you can see them L brackets that I've been putting on. I just put them on all over, you know, there. And I didn't really drill that much. And these are the, I'll zoom in, I think you can get a decent look at them. Amusement only for Sega. They were from Sega World. I think they're either Sega World Japan or Sega World Israel. But the guy was selling them on Facebook. I mean, I was looking at them on eBay, and someone was selling them for like $6.99 for one of them. So I give them all a clean with, did I clean them with alcohol? Which were pretty good. And they came out really nice as well. So I just got some plastic, stuck them on me a bit of blue tack. I got a transfer sticker. And these Namco ones, these are from, is it Namco Wonder Park? I don't know where it were, it must be Japan. And you've got the Pac-Man logo with Pac-Man running, which I thought is pretty smart. I mean, I love Namco, you know, Ridge Racer, stuff like that, Tekken. There they look nice. Right, so let's show you the finished, or 99% finished, cab.